I love fall recipes, and this is another one that we have on our site. It is the pumpkin Swiss roll cake, and I did the cream cheese pumpkin cookies last week, and if you want to see that, check on the I button at the top of the screen, and I'll take you to that video. So let's get started on the roll cake. In a medium bowl, add powdered erythritol and unsalted butter and beat these together. Add pumpkin and eggs and vanilla, and then beat these together. In a separate bowl, add almond flour and protein powder or psyllium husk. If you're using psyllium husk, add a half a cup of water to your wet ingredients. Baking powder and pumpkin pie spice. And then whisk this together with a fork. Add your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients and beat that together. Make sure that you scrape the sides of the bowl. On a parchment lined cookie sheet, spray this with cooking spray. And then spread your batter out onto the cookie sheet. This is the protein powder batter, so it's much easier to spread. I'll show you the psyllium husk one as well. And you're going to tap this a few times on the counter to level it, and then bake this at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the psyllium husk one. It's much thicker and it's much more difficult to spread, but this one thickened up a little bit more because I let it sit for a few minutes, so it might be a little bit looser for you. And you're going to bake this at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to leave this in the pan for about 10 minutes and then roll it up and leave it on the counter to cool for about an hour. You do this whether you use the psyllium husk or the protein powder. Make sure that you try to roll it somewhat tight and try not to crack it. Okay, and now let's work on the filling. Add heavy cream to a mixing bowl, and you're going to whip that. And then add sweetener. And to another bowl, you're going to add cream cheese and butter and whip that. And then put it all together. And after about an hour, you're going to unroll the cake. Be careful not to crack it. And spread out the filling. Leave about an inch at the end of the cake so that it doesn't spill out. And you're going to use the parchment paper to help you roll it back up. And don't roll too tight, otherwise it'll spill out. And then wrap this in cling wrap and put it in the refrigerator for at least a couple hours till overnight. And this is the one made with psyllium husk and the one made with protein powder. So they do look a bit different, but they're still both really, really good. Okay, so we're all done with the roll cake. So this one, because it was with psyllium husk, it was a bit different. If you see, when I put it on the pan, it was much thicker than the normal roll cake with the protein powder. So just keep in mind, if you do replace the psyllium husk, I would add, I added about a half a cup of water extra to the batter just because it was so thick. This one I did do with the psyllium husk instead of the protein powder, just to see if it would work, just because people were asking me about it. So I have not tried this yet, so I actually am trying this for the first time on camera. I of course have tried my other, the original recipe with the unflavored protein powder loads of times. But this one is an adaptation with the psyllium husk and the water, so I haven't tried it yet. My son did last night and he said it was great. So let's go ahead and give it a try. So see how nice that looks? Oops. So see how nice that looks? So let's go ahead and give it a try. The original recipe is more spongy, and this one is not as spongy, a little bit more dense, but both of them would work great. So if this is your first time doing a roll cake, you might want to opt for the psyllium husk. It is a little bit more sturdy, and the one with the protein powder is a little bit more delicate. Both are really, really delicious. They just have a little bit of different texture, but the taste is pretty much the same. But you could try both of them. If you don't have protein powder on hand, then go ahead and try the psyllium husk. Just like I said, add a half a cup of water extra, at least, to the batter. Half a cup worked for me. I put a half a cup in extra of water with the 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk instead of the 2 tablespoons of protein powder. Do not put both, just either or. And I didn't tap it though, so it was a little uneven. The cake was a little uneven. I forgot to tap it. But you can't tell once you roll it up and everything. You can't tell at all. So give this one a try. You can tag us on Instagram or leave a comment below on how you like the cake. Which one did you use? Did you use psyllium husk or did you use the protein powder? And how it turned out for you. See you next time.